So right out of high school, I was accepted to UCLA, and I got a full scholarship, so I majored in engineering. Even though I knew arts was where I was going to end up, I thought, well, I have to take advantage of a college education and study something that I can't really do anywhere else. So I studied engineering. After the second trimester, I realized that it wasn't really for me. They didn't really get my jokes, my classmates. And I just thought, wow, whatever I do for a living, I want to make sure that the people I'm surrounded by are like-minded. I applied to NYU because I just thought, I want to be in Greenwich Village. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was at Playwrights Horizons, and I was studying directing, acting, movement, stage design. And it was under the direction of Walp, and we got to study with Robert Wilson, who's a playwright, Wendy Wasserstein. We had Spalding Gray speak. We had Linda Hunt. I had a class called History of the Avant-Garde. How great. And one day the teacher came and he read us a poem, and we had to figure out who wrote that poem. And as he starts reading, the very last lines were, "Same as it ever was, same as it ever was." And yes, it was lyrics from the Talking Heads. I also wanted to study photography, but that was for the film students and not for the theater students. So I went during registration and I talked to the photography teacher, and every day I'd go in and I'd bring him candy bars, and at the end of registration week he said, look, we don't have any girls in the class, so he let me into the photography class. To have Greenwich Village be your campus for your photography assignments, you kind of don't get any better than that. Studying directing was harder and more challenging for me than chemistry at UCLA. I was memorizing the titration formulas in directing scenes. When you're given a bunch of words that don't make sense and you're asked to present a piece of life from that dialogue using two humans, you'd put up a scene and the whole class would look at you and they're like, why was she chewing gum? Was that your choice as the director? And I'm like, no, it wasn't. But it's your responsibility. Why was she tapping her foot? Why was she chewing her nails? It all came back to you as the director. I always would use this one guy, Bennett Miller, in my class, and I found out several years ago he won an Academy Award for directing the film Capote. So shout out to you, Bennett Miller, from Mamaroneck, NYU. Just such a part of my artistic, creative endeavors. Whoa! It's very expensive. It's amazing I even got there.